host of the Texans on 3 podcast show, man. Hope y'all having a good Tuesday out there, man. We see we got people coming in already. But hey, y'all already know, man, I got to bring my guys up, man. And y'all know if I'm in the building, and y'all know I got that boy P to the A to the T to the T to the O to the N, Patton, a.k.a. the streets, a.k.a. the future Texan scout, a.k.a.
activated.
Definitely activated in the building, you know what I'm saying?
Need more than enough.
If we in here, man, we got you got to have a killer on the squad, man. You got to.
Come on, man.
That's for good old protection, man. You know what I'm saying? So when we in the building, y'all already know, man, we got my guy, Killer Cal, in the building. Show. Hold on, let me get my boy. I got to get my boy, hold on. Let me applaud for my guy. And
check 1, 2, what it do?
Y'all know it's one of those special ones, man, when we got the doc in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? We're going to go see the doctor today, man. We got that boy, Dr. Larry Payton, in the building.
Good doctor.
The DOC.
What's up? What it do?
Oh, man, It's going down, man. Hey, hey, y'all, I'm in a good mood and a bad mood at the same time, man. I ain't going to lie, man. I'm pissed off. As y'all can see, man, I'm pretty sure if y'all are, Pineapple Express enthusiasts like myself, there was a part in that movie that was said where, what's name was trying to crank the car up. They were in the woods and they had fell asleep and the battery had died. He was trying to crank the car up and what's name said, "Come on, bro, I'm done with the woods. Let's go." He said, "I'm done with the woods, bro. Let's go." That's me, man. I'm tired of the woods, man. Let's go. Hey, let me stop this music because we about to get into it right now. Hey, all of y'all, man, out there, bro, that be going on with the shout out GG.
Hey, just jumped on the table.
I'm talking about just got in the camera. But hey, I know there's, shout out to the Texans community out there, man. It's love, much love. We got a lot of different opinions coming from different places and stuff like that. Me personally, I'm pissed off, y'all, and I'm pissed off because we deserve more as Texans fans. I mean, H-Town is a city, man. Think about what we are as a city, man. The history of this city, at least in the last, since I've been here, but this is a hell of a city, man. And our city represents like grit, real gangsterism. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real out here in these H-Town streets. You know what I'm saying? And we kind of had to deal with this fact right here, y'all. I remember one time, and this probably had to be about 2004, 2005. And I was wondering the state of my team and, why the Texans were like how they was after me watching them for about 3-4 years. And what I heard was that, the Texans try to look for a certain type of player. They want somebody who, that can be a good boy. They were looking for the good guys. I'm being honest with y'all. They were looking for the good guys that had certain type of temperament, religious guys. It seemed like it was at that time. And my thing is this, right? And I'm saying this to my fellas, right? This is football. Like, this is football. Football is an aggressive, physical game that's based on whoever is the toughest. 9 times out of 10 gonna win. Now, smarts have a lot to do with that. Of course, you need to know how to run a play. You need to be organized to a certain extent. But at the same time, we need dogs. And when I say and I'm talking about the past, I'm not talking about, we're gonna get to right now. But back then we needed dogs and we didn't have dogs. They were looking for the good guy. And to me, you look for good guys so you can control them, I guess. These guys are more controllable. But our record for years reflected that. And then all of a sudden, here we are right now. I mean, I turned on 610 radio this morning, and shout out Sean Pendergast and Seth Payne. But I caught the end of their show, and they did a little revise at the end where they were talking about how they were coming up with different meanings for the word swarm now. They were putting different words on with swarm, and one of them was pretty good. Was like something about missing. Something about missing open tackles. It was something that said. My bad. I can't say exactly what it was. I don't remember exactly. But anyway, I'm saying this. What he was saying was that the Texans are not swarming. Well, they are swarming, but they're not swarming that relentless mindset or whatever it was that it was. It's not that. I don't know what's going on, y'all, but I'm pissed off. I'm tired of this team. I'm tired of it's just week 2. We gonna get it together. Does this not sound like a broken record? Were we not saying this last year around week 2? We were saying the same thing. We were saying all the things that we try to say to keep us built up as fans. You know what I'm saying? And, to keep the morale up. But I don't know, man. I feel like last night we got out. We were out. We got out physical, if that's the word. We got outsmarted when it came to coaching, because I'm just like y'all, right? And then I'm gonna say this because I'm gonna land because I want my guys to get their time in. But all I'm gonna say is this, and I want to start off with this. Shout out to Noel, right? When Noel ran that kick return back, or was that a punt? That was a punt, right?
Punt return, yeah.
When he ran that punt return back, first and foremost, thank God that ref picked that flag up. But when he ran that, my first thing that I thought, and I'm not getting paid fucking millions on the side of the field. I'm not living in a big, gigantic ass mansion. That's not what I'm doing. But instantly, I'm talking about instantaneously, when that ball was I seen that he ran that down and got us in field goal position, and it was 3 minutes left on the clock. I said, oh yeah, we finna milk this. We're finna milk this clock down and kick the field goal and win the damn game. That's what I'm saying to myself. That's how we about to win this game. I was excited just as everybody else, but it was a weird excitement when I saw Chubb run that touchdown in, y'all. I honestly was like, I did like this. I was like, hold on, what the fuck are you doing? And then I seen the look on D'Amico's face, and I seen everybody celebrating, but it was like they were thinking like I was thinking probably, like, what the hell did we score for? And if you seen that the Tampa Bay the Buccaneers gave you the line, I mean, y'all ain't been able to run like that all game, but all of a sudden y'all gonna bust a run. Who was the guy for the Giants that one time that ran down and kneeled right on the one?
No, you talking about Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb done it.
No, there was somebody. Oh, he did it in Cleveland?
He did it in Cleveland.
Man, ain't this a bitch?
He did it versus the Texans.
You fucking right. You right. You all right. You right. He did do that. Well, why in the hell did he run that touchdown in yesterday? Like I'm
gonna let you finish your rant.
But no, I'm done. I'm done.
I'm gonna answer that question, and then we're gonna do it like we normally do it. We're gonna pass the patent. But you get a hole that wide open, and you say, "Hey, man, you supposed to like kill it at the 1." We couldn't even score at the 1 yard line with 3 plays.
Exactly.
So I leave it at that. Like when that hole opened up, all they was looking at, like, he was just looking at scores, because his mindset was he haven't saw that much daylight in 4 quarters. So you have to look at the mind of a player. They're looking into trying to score and like leave it up to my defense. But I just wanted to elaborate on that play. So
you're right. That was to me, that showed, and man, I'm telling y'all, man, D'Amico, like, Man, I love D'Amico, man. He married a girl from Fifth Ward. I guess that don't, but see, that's off the field. We talking about on the field. And on the field, D'Amico, you tripped the hell out. You tripped the hell out, my brother. Soon as Noel ran that punt back to that field position, you was already on the sideline, supposed to be thinking about that. Now what they say, it's a blessing if it can turn into a lesson. So I hope that D'Amico, you learn from that situation, that if that ever happens again, like throttle down. Ain't no way, and ain't you supposed to make sure you tell your players that already. Like, hey, if they let you score, go down on the one, or go down to a point where we know that we can hit this field goal, but do not by any means score and get a ball back, because in Texans history, and this pisses me off so much to say this, y'all. Pause, but man, we give it up at the end of the game, bro.
Yeah.
I don't trust, man, except that time where who was the team we were playing, Doc, when Jimmy Ward picked that ball off in the end zone?
Denver.
That I was surprised as hell we closed that game out like how we closed it out.
Yeah. Well, one thing we gotta remember, Nitty, is that Tampa, if they did allow us to score that touchdown, if Nick Chubb would have kneeled on the 1 yard line, Tampa had all 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning. So it would have only taken off maybe 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that he probably should have kneeled maybe at the 10 or something. Like not all the way at the 1, because it wouldn't have made sense to do it.
Yeah, I mean, the clock was an issue, but there was too much time stoppage at the disposal of Tampa Bay, because 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning, they would still have ample time for a drive. I mean, in hindsight, it still made sense to go ahead and score, especially when you have a remedial offense like the Texans have been showing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, and that's that you right, Doc. You hitting that right on the head. Pause. The way that was, it's like we got the score right there, and that's how I felt as he was running in. I'm like, you damn near have to score, but at the same time, like damn, like bro, like it's one guy, he got a video online. I think Stressens had reposted it, but he commented on it. Either way, it pops up on my timeline, and it was right when Noel made that play. It's a guy in the stands that says, "Hey, we finna run this clock out," because I'm pretty sure that when that happened, I exhaled, because I honestly thought we were gonna win at that point. I was like, okay, I was tense this whole game. Noel just ran it back, plus the ref took the flag back up. Oh, we about to win. And we just didn't, bro. And it's crazy, bro. I'm gonna tell you this though. I have a respect for Baker Mayfield like I've never had before. That dude is he a dog, man.
Yeah, he been a dog. Cleveland made a huge mistake. Made the biggest mistake of their franchise, and they still dealing with it right now.
Yeah,
they would have kept Baker. Baker won a playoff game for them, and a quarterback haven't won a playoff game for Cleveland in like a very long time. You take a guy now. Here's okay. We're gonna get onto that, because me and Draft God and along with all of us, we've been talking. It's so hard to move on from what we perceive to be a franchise quarterback, because when you look at Cleveland and they moved on from Baker, they are still struggling.
I think I get what Cal's saying. Like we need to have a little patience. I know he about to pop back up. I'm just trying to fill in. But I think I get what you're saying, Cal. Like we need to understand that like quarterbacks don't grow on trees.
Yeah, they do.
Not good ones.
Not good ones, but Killer. Look, Killer talking and we can't hear him.
Can't hear you, Killer.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. But anyway, I believe, man, that I got patience, right? And with my own eyes, what I saw what CJ was like his rookie year was what you needed. You know what I'm saying? He was elite in his ball placement. Pause. I have to say that. Like, we literally was seeing this, and I don't know if it's because we ain't used to seeing shit, but dude looked like the truth year one. Even year two, when he was having to run his butt off and do all kind of stuff, he still was throwing passes that would have you like, man. I don't know if it's like him being, too hubris or just feeling like, hey, I'm good. But there needs to be a sense of urgency, and maybe 0-2 for some reason that does something to them guys. Maybe 0-2 puts the fire under them, makes them say, hey, we can't go 0-3. You know what I'm saying? And we playing the Jaguars next game. It's almost a must win already, right?
Too early to be talking about that, but unfortunately,
yeah, it's a must win.
Take care of your business. You got to go out one game at a time. Go out there and get a win each Sunday.
But I know that's in the future, but Doc, I want you to tell me what it's. I'm trying to think what's the easier question to ask you, what you liked or what you didn't like about the game. Just for shits and giggles.
I think I'm coming in.
What did you like? What did you like about the game last night?
Yeah, I think I'm coming in as one of the more optimistic fans here. Sure, I'm not happy that we didn't win the game, but the sky is not falling. I had some cautious optimism about the offense, but on a few things, not based on the scheme, but based on the team being able to get to the line of scrimmage faster, getting plays in faster, and the players knowing their assignment. And so we are seeing some improvement there, but not enough. I think Nick Caley had more successful plays in the preseason, in my opinion, and he was scheming people open. I know that there is a lot of film and comments out there that there were receivers open, but not on the first read. I counted only 4 times where there was a person open immediately, and the rest of the time it was a tight window, a timing throw, or a check down that was open. So there's still a lot of
answer me this though, Doc. Why would you run that play that I think went for damn near 30 yards with Woody Marks?
Woody Marks, I got that play pulled up right now.
Out there in the flat.
Only once.
Hey, do you are you on your phone, Doc, or are you on the computer?
I'm on my phone.
Oh, okay. Because I'm finna say they should let you share the screen if you was. I was finna say you pull that play on up, man. We can watch it. But
yeah, I got it.
That's what that goes for anybody. That's,
television.
If y'all got something on y'all thing that y'all want to pull up at any time, just let me know and we can pull that up.
Well, I'll give you the game marker. It's at the first quarter, the second drive, at the 5-minute 46-second mark. They run a nice play where they have, let's look at it. It looks like there's a fullback on the field, so they in 21 personnel. Play action. Woody comes out of the backfield, he leaks out to the flat, and CJ places the ball appropriately
He
on
caught that beautifully too.
on his outside shoulder on the move, and Woody does the rest.
Do y'all see the confidence, like the confidence that's just oozing from Woody? Woody chomping at the bit. I'm talking about Woody, the way he got up and he celebrated after that play, and that was his first catch of his career in an NFL game.
Yeah, and
That I believe that. See, you ride that. You see that young man is juiced up like that. You ride that. I'm telling you, if this team has any kind of competence, y'all, we see more of Woody Marks this Sunday. We see more of him because we've seen what he can do. And if you don't acknowledge that, but I'm getting a little ahead of myself. Doc, and I'm asking this question to everybody. Why did they run that play, have success? And see, when you look at it right from a Tampa Bay standpoint, Tampa Bay defense compared to our defense, I would feel like we have the better defense, right? But they kept attacking the flats on us, and the flats seemed to be always open for them. If we threw a play and we seen that the flats was open for us, why didn't we keep attacking the flats? And it's like, why did we go away from that? What in Kaylee Head said, "Woo, that play worked." I ain't running that no more. You want to know what? And I'm a land here. It's because he's overthinking. And he's saying to himself, "Oh, they looking for that play. They looking for us to do that again." So he's trying to scheme off of that play rather than run the damn play. Like it's on y'all. What y'all feel, bro?
First of all, that's CJ fault. In this offense, he has control, or at least he's supposed to have control. That's what he says. He has control. Like, you're in the game. You are in the game. It's one thing to have your play call in your ear, calling plays, but CJ has the freedom to change plays, change routes, change protections. Like, he has the freedom and control to do these things. Like, I can't call you an elite quarterback if you're not doing what elite quarterbacks do. Like, you was talking about how in high school you had more control of your offense, in college you had control of the offense. Now you're finally in an offense where you have control. Where was your control last night? I can understand that, they're still trusting in the great value of Kamara and Ogunbowale. I understand that. I get that. But, dude, if this is your team and you have control of the offense, why are you not saying, hey, you go back to the sideline, hey, you stay in here? The coach is not going to tell you, hey, that ain't what I said. He's not going to damn you. He's not going to, dock your pay. Like, be the person that we all think you can be.
They must be lying to us then, Patton. Like, he don't have control. Have y'all heard CJ say Omaha? And I'm not saying that he should, but have y'all heard him direct the play? Have y'all seen this nigga call audible this year yet?
No.
Yeah,
he do not got control of the offense. I ain't even seen him call audible neither.
Yeah, he does some audibles, but he ain't changing. He ain't going to the line and calling plays. He's still
going to the line praying, Lord, let this work.
He's still only a third-year quarterback. He's not calling the game. He's not Peyton Manning.
You're my guy, but I promise you, man, it does something to me when I hear you say that he's a third-year quarterback. So look, name me somebody else that it took them 3 years to become good.
He already good. I don't know what you mean, become good. He already good. He just.
But no, but you keep saying it's his third year though. Like, what does that mean? I don't get it. It's like, to me, it sounds like you're meaning it's his third year. So like he still has learning to do. That sounds like traits of a bad quarterback. Like, if you in your third year and you still. Man, how many quarterbacks that we seen come into the league good and they remain good?
Nitty, we had this conversation a couple of weeks ago about Tom Brady. He was
Brady was good.
No, he wasn't. He was a game manager
for his first year.
He was a game manager for the first 5 or 6 years. He didn't get comfortable until the middle of his career. the Brady you remember was in 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 year his career where he's doing all of these great things.
No,
Brady
I
was
promise you. I promise
running
you.
whatever the coach called him.
What I saw when when Bledsoe got put out the game and Brady came in, you know Brady played so good, right? That's the reason why Bledsoe couldn't get back on the field. You know that, right?
Yeah, he managed the game better than Bledsoe would do.
We can call it game management from a bird's. I mean, from a from our view, right? But from a bird's eye view, he just looked like a good quarterback. If you go out and you and at the end of the game, they looking at your stats and you are 26 for 30. And I don't care if they say you threw mid passes, you threw to the flats, whatever you did. If they are completions, then then CJ need to be more than like what Brady was his first year then, because I seen greatness the first year. He won a Super Bowl his first year starting.
Yeah, but
that was defense, bro.
We all have selective memory. You were not watching 17 games of Tom Brady. You were watching whatever came on prime time or whatever was afforded to us. You're not watching his bad plays. You're not watching him throw interceptions. You're not watching him throw a check down in the dirt. What I'm trying to illustrate is that every quarterback should be getting better every year. The greats don't start off great. Patrick Mahomes is still getting better every year. He's still having to overcome the challenge of his offensive line. His weapons are injured.
And I'm glad you brought that up. See how the universe works. I've always thought this, right? And this has always been my theme when it comes to quarterbacks. And this is from my whole life of watching football. Great quarterbacks overcome certain efficiencies on the team. They do. They just simply do. I don't care what nobody say. Great quarterbacks make certain things. It's like they just disappear, because Joe Burrow went to the Super Bowl with a bad offensive line.
Absolutely.
And a mediocre defense.
And a mediocre defense. It's because of how great he was.
And 2 elite receivers. And a good running back.
Oh,
he had weapons. He wasn't throwing the ball to himself.
So you're saying CJ right now, because we was talking about this earlier in the chat. And this for you, Patton. Remember we was talking about earlier in the chat about CJ having weapons. And I think you kind of agree with me, Patton. He got weapons. He got dudes who he can make better. Put it like this: if you don't think that they weapons right now, CJ should be making them better. That's what Brady used to do. Brady made people better.
The example I gave y'all was, I started with Aaron Rodgers. For what it's worth, you had Devontae Adams, but you also had James Jones. You had Jordan. He had Jordan Nelson.
Donald Driver. He had Greg Jennings. He had always had a good receiving core.
But look, anytime those guys went somewhere else, they were unproductive. Only person that went somewhere else and has been somewhat productive was Devontae. Same thing with Drew Brees. None of his receivers are going to be into the Hall of Fame for the Saints. Not even, what's the guy, the slant guard, can't guard Mike. Like,
yep. See, these guys overcome that, Doc. This is what I'm trying to say. CJ is starting to look.
And CJ has not gone through a season where he hadn't been in the playoffs. So he does overcome it. He did go into Indianapolis and beat the Colts to make the playoffs. He did.
So we cool.
He did show up
against. We cool with playing on Saturday mornings at 12 o'clock. When it comes to the playoffs, that's what we gonna go through that again. That's what we gonna go through.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying
start barbecuing at 6 a.m. That's what we got. That's what we got to do, Doc.
I'm saying the Texans did not equip themselves for what you all are expecting. They got one weapon on the field right now. They got Nico Collins, and we've seen that his targets have been limited. The other guys are not exceptional. They are just guys out there. Dalton Schultz had one good year for us, and then he played like, I'm not going to call him out his name, but
So you
he
don't look
was.
at Xavier Hutchinson as a weapon?
He is not a weapon. He's not even getting on the field.
No, but look, why we kept him then?
That's up to management. We ain't got nothing better.
Shit. That's man. That's sad to hear right there, man. That's sad to hear that we like, because I feel like, to be honest with you, Doc, I feel like what we have right now with Collins, with Higgins, with Noel, when Kirk comes back, with Dalton
Exactly.
Schultz.
Wait, stop right there. When he come back.
Yeah, when he come back,
he ain't available.
Dalton Schultz. That's enough weapons for CJ, the quarterback. You see what I'm saying? That's enough for him to work with, man. Bro, we don't be scoring.
Well, let me propose a question. Do you think we got better weapons to start this year than we did last year?
Oh shit! No, hell no! I'm missing.
Hell no, right? You saying hell no?
Yep.
So how we better if we coming out with worse?
Well, hold on. Let's be honest though.
Let's
be honest though, Doc. Last year with Tank Dell, with Diggs, all of them, with Joe Mixon, Nico, man, that offense was stale as hell sometime, bro.
It was, but they had weapons better than they have this year.
Oh, look, so that's the point though. CJ wasn't good last year. So if he wasn't good last year and he had weapons, then how the weapons? I don't get the weapons. Like,
so you should have better weapons. You're gonna get worse players out there. Yeah, I don't want to hog the show like that, man. Let's keep it going. I think CJ is part of the problem. He is not playing well. The weaponry, the offensive skill players are not doing enough. A bright spot is Woody Marks. He had a terrific couple of touches.
Hey, Brandon just said something real. This is real good right here. Let me read this. It says, if Kirk has a role in the offense and Noel is his backup, then why do we see neither? Okay, that makes a lot of sense right there, my guy. Because
why the hell is Watson playing?
Yeah, exactly. Because I feel like, and especially what I saw in the preseason, Noel seems like that, like I'm telling you, dude chomping at the bit to get on the field, bro. And he's way better than we think he is. And I think he should be, bro should be on the field. He should be running the plays that were set up for Kirk. So when Kirk gets back on the field, what the hell is Kirk going to do? What are we missing being that Kirk is not there? Because I heard somebody say, I think it was on the radio, if I'm not mistaken, that, when Kirk comes back, that's going to open up another element to the offense. And I just find, it's hard pressed to believe that. I don't think I can believe that, bro. Hey, Killer, you back?
Hey, mic check. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now, my brother.
Oh, man, boy, I was chomping at the bit, man.
Hey, man, please.
I had to log out and come back here, man. Let me rewind 5 minutes back. Tom Brady had double-digit interceptions his first 6 years as a full-time starter. That the Tom Brady that we fantasize, and Teddy Bruschi is a full-time ESPN analyst, and he said it on the show one time. And he said, I tell Tom Brady, he know the first 3 Super Bowls go straight to the defense. That Tom Brady was the ultimate game manager, and he had to learn how to play that position. Second of all, you want to know a quarterback who had to kind of like build up. Like, we look at Matthew Stafford as one of the greatest, one of the greats right now. Matthew Stafford played in Detroit for 12 years and never won a playoff game. We didn't, nobody denied his talent, but you had to put everything around. Like you have to give these guys time. Like I think we live in a situation right now that if we don't see it in the first 2 years because we see instantaneous success, that we think we're going to build off of that. And it's like you got to go on and on and on. Like we seeing right now a bunch of quarterbacks, starting quarterbacks getting injured. We seeing a lot of stuff that's happening. And look, this is familiar territory with the Texans. CJ rookie year. Where do we start off? What was our record the first 2 games?
0-2.
Started off 0-2. So I don't think it's a time to panic. I think it's a time to just see if Kaylee can call a suitable game. And everything goes hand in hand because CJ is missing simple passes. He's missing simple passes. And as great of a game as we may think that Baker Mayfield had, he had 38 attempts for 215 yards, 25 completions. CJ was 13 for 24. Baker only passed for 8 more yards than CJ. It don't even seem like it was that close. But you know what the difference is? The third down. The third downs is what made the difference of the game. And so I'm not going to get on the point because we haven't got to that yet, but I want to get on a point
if I'm reading you correctly, Cam, what you're saying is that we can't even really trip on Kaylee yet, neither, because the plays have to be executed.
You got to trip on both of them because let me tell you something.
Remember that pass that Nico went up for and that dude almost intercepted it, but it went over both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that play?
Yeah.
Somebody got that play online, and they're showing how that was actually a pretty good ass play drawn up. And Nico was actually open on that, killer. Like he was actually open, but CJ hesitated to throw the ball and threw it late. And that's why it ended up like that. But if he'd have threw it on time, man, that play was set up and Nico was open. He just waited too late. He waited till he got all the way over there where the player was to throw the ball. And it didn't make sense for him to do that. But back to what you were saying, Killer. You still there, right? Killer.
Killer. Like he having some audio trouble.
Yeah, he having some audio trouble. But yeah, that play to me, and I'm not expecting CJ to be perfect, and I'm not giving up on him. I'm criticizing him from 2 weeks in on his in his third season. Now I know it's a new OC. I know it's his third year and he's still having to develop, but that doesn't change that I'm a since 2002 I've been a Texans fan, and I'm just upset. I'm just upset about the way that we lost in week 1 was the most Texan shit ever. I'm tired of that shit. And it seems like us losing by 1 point is some other Texans type shit. Like we just lose in the weirdest ways, man. And
yeah, we have not played good ball at all. Offensively, not at one. We made 5 or 6 plays in 2 games. Defensively, we've played really well. I would say probably 6 or 7 quarters. It's just been a couple drives that we had a lack of execution and some penalties that got us in trouble. But as I just put in the chat, I mean, Tampa Bay came in and the Rams is coming off playoff seasons where they did very well. They actually have really good skill positions, and we held them to 14 and 20 points respectively. I mean, that is really good defense.
What that mean, nigga?
Hey, we lost. No, I'm messing with you. I'm messing with you, Doc. We lost, man. Hey, at the end of the day, all I'm saying is you're right. You are absolutely right. we have played good enough to win. It's just the ball haven't been bouncing our way. Even when that fumble happened and we wasn't able to jump on that ball. I mean, we blocked a punt, and I don't think nothing came from that, right? Like we got a field goal or something.
We
but
got a field goal.
No, that's when we tried to go for the 4th down. No, we didn't get nothing out of that block punt.
No, we got 3 plays and 0 yards and kicked the field goal.
Is that when that happened?
Yes.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
0 yards.
Hey,
man, I think we accepted mediocrity. That's what it looked like. We just accepting it. Except Patton. I can't say I know Patton not accepting it, but it seemed like
we all complicit. As soon as we hired Nick Caley and promoted a bad offensive line guy, we were complicit in it. What did we think we were gonna get?
Man,
Tom Brady.
Dog, I wish we could go back to July.
Tom Brady did not show up with Caley.
I had so much belief in what that O-line was gonna be, and maybe that's probably where it's coming from. My anger is that I was full. I mean, so many times, like, and I guess this is the life of a Texans fan. Like, I invested so much in, you know what I'm saying, things were gonna be better with that O-line, man. I just knew it was. Man. And
Black Bill said the GM got to go. Black Bill, I would love your input and your insight on that, but I will say out the gate, I do not agree. I strongly disagree. I don't feel like Nick Caserio is the problem. Has Nick Caserio missed the offensive lineman or draft picks in general? Yes, he has. As good as he is as a GM, he's gotten us good players.
Can we blame the scouts?
He is the scout.
Yeah, I mean
the scouts bring the shit to him. No, he
had no Nick does his own work as well.
Yeah, Nick.
But I keep telling y'all, I'm putting it in the universe. I didn't talk to the people I need to talk to. They need, and we need to send me up north to let me go scout. I promise you. Like,
never go to Michigan.
I didn't say I wasn't.
That's the only place you going though. Let me be y'all Michigan scout.
Yes, that is my favorite team. I can tell you right now, they have a fullback right now that would do numbers on our team for us, opening up holes. No matter which side he runs to, whomever's running behind him, there will be a hole. That's how good.
But Patton, let me ask you something. Patton,
I'm here.
Let me ask you something. What good is a fullback when you have Jakob active? You got British Brooks, and you had Nick Chubb, and from 2nd and 1, you're running from shotgun and you're running a sweep play. Exactly. Why is Jakob even active if you're not just going to say, look, we have 3 plays to get 36 inches.
Can't do it.
And you didn't do it. So when you ask me who is more at fault, I think the play calling was below. It was a C minus. I graded a D because right after that, I think that one of the plays in that sequence, you roll out CJ to the short side of the field to the left side, and it was only one option. You had an underneath and you had Nico over the top. You had to drop that ball like perfectly. That didn't happen. Yeah, that's a bad play call when you have the whole right side, the dominant side. Like, bro, it's a bunch of play calls that you could have ran to the right side. You could have ran a motion underneath. And you could have ran like a motion. You could have put a wide receiver in motion. You had him underneath. You could have had a tight end that's lined up tight, and he's going where the safety have to go with him. And then you have Nico over the top. That is scheme. When Larry said scheming somebody open, that's exactly what it means. And then you throw it to and this is what D'Amico was saying. You have to, the line made the blocks. You got to make the throw. CJ threw that ball just a little bit too hard and it went off of Nico fingertips. Now, people always say, well, if it touches both of your hands, you got to catch it.
Oh, you talking
Realistically,
about in that corner?
yes.
No,
Realistically,
that ball went out of bounds.
no. That ball hit Nico fingertips and it was like it had to be perfectly dropped. Those are timing patterns.
No, listen, Tab.
It was a
It literally
stupid
hit
play
his
call.
fingertips because he overthrew him, and Nico could only get his fingertips
That's
on the ball.
that's my point. That's my point. And what Nico said was it was blocked perfect. It was blocked okay, and the throw has to be made. He's basically saying that is something that we do in practice, in 2-a-days, in voluntary, mandatory. We do this all the time. You have to make that throw. So don't tell me you're a ball placement specialist and you can't place the ball right there when the play needs to be made.
If we
That's the point.
if we could, let's just stay right there for a minute, Cal and Nitty and Patton. Am I just too old to understand why you running a double move with a top 5 receiver on the 1
That's
yard
dumb.
line?
That's dumb. That's
Yeah.
dumb.
It's
That's dumb
too
because
much.
you have 15 yards. There's never been a successful double move 15 yards that close because the end zone and the sideline is a defender also.
Yeah, help me understand why you got a double move at the 1.
No reason to.
See, and then that you say that, Doc, you know what that makes? It makes sense now that probably was on Nico. Because if you run a double move, that's timing, right? You got this is
No. Hey,
and if you what?
Bro, you don't run a double move because you want to. You run a double move because that's how it's designed. That's offensive coordinating.
No. That's what I'm saying. It was Nico. I'm not saying Nico ran that route on his own. He did his job, but I'm saying, what if the corner did not allow him to get to his spot on time? Maybe that's why he missed. Maybe CJ put the ball right way. Well, but we heard what the coach said. I'm going with what D'Amico said, and D'Amico said that the throw was off. That's what D'Amico said. So I'm just forget what I was saying.
I think that goes to your earlier point where I was trying to get to, Nitty, is that Kaylee overthinking it. We got 6'4", 220 Nico Collins up against a 5'10" corner. Yeah. Why the hell you got to do a double move?
That's jump ball territory.
Come on.
Yep. And you got Higgins out there. Why not?
You only had Higgins out there for one target.
I don't even know if Higgins was out there for that play, but I'm just saying, why not run a play where you put both of them out there if you're finna run some fades? Do a double fade. See,
Nitty, this is the problem that I have. I have a problem when, and I'm gonna tell you one person that can speak on it because he saw him for 3 years. CJ, as Patton can tell you, is at his best when 4 and 5 wide outs. Yep. So why do you get Nitty? This is equivalent to you being a producer and you're producing platinum beats and you have a Southern sound and Timbaland sign you and say, hey, I want you to make beats like this. You're like, nah, this is not what I do. So why do you take a guy, and Larry from Stafford said something when he called a radio station today, which was perfectly, it was perfect. Man, they are chasing the ghost of Tom Brady. And I know Doc can agree with that because everything that Nick Caserio have done has the DNA makeup of everything from New England. And so when Doc says that, what he says, I can argue it all day long, but you can't take this type of quarterback and make him out to be what Tom Brady was when there's only one Tom Brady.
But I will say this, and I got to say this, and I ain't giving him his props, but I do have to say this. maybe I am giving him his props because I'm a Tom Brady fan. So Tom Brady, and if you play Madden or if you've been playing for the last 10 years, you know what I'm about to say. If you run the New England playbook, they have one of the most extensive well, golly, I can't even think of what it is. Y'all know what it is.
Schemes. The schemes.
No, not the scheme. When you go in the playbook and you go to their shotgun it like it's more extensive. I'm talking about when Tom Brady was there. I don't know what it is now, but when
Right.
Tom Brady was
Okay.
there, man, they had so much in the shotgun. Like when I played with New England, I literally stayed in the shotgun the whole time. And if you looked at when New England played sometime, and this is why I do believe they did a scheme offense, because it depended on who they was playing. Tom Brady was playing in those type of sets. He was in the shotgun, and that's how he played. I don't see them doing that a lot with CJ. So I don't know if he's waiting for a certain game to do that, but man, we got too many weapons. And I know Doc said that we don't have the weapons, but I know
Let me
that what we do have is enough. We have
let me
enough
ask,
for CJ to be able to work with. That's all I'm saying.
let me ask Patton this question because he watched him more than anybody. How often under the shotgun, as they say back in the day, that CJ was under the T, under the center, versus being in shotgun?
95-5.
So why do you get a guy that his most success is from shotgun, and you're 50-50? You're trying to make this guy out to fit into your system, to do something that you want him to do because this is your system. And then, like you said, Nitty, when you played Madden and when Tom Brady was the most successful, Tom Brady was in shotgun most of the time.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to change this guy to be something to fit your scheme? Like, there's no reason why that Hutchinson had 3 targets, 2 catches for, I think, 29 yards, and that's it. There's no reason why Dalton Schultz had more targets than Noel, Higgins, and Hutchinson as a tight end. There's no reason why Nico, he got 9 targets, but they was garbage targets. Like, you didn't feed him like you should have. All of that falls on the offensive coordinator. The offensive coordinator is to make the game easy for the quarterback. Okay, so the defense is getting close to my pass rush, then I got to spread everybody out.
How
You
many
have
down
to.
the field pass attempts did CJ have, Killer?
It was not many because when he went to Nico, I immediately said, "Oh, okay, CJ finna get about 350." How many design downfield plays that he had? It was probably less than 10. Like design
And we
plays,
seen in his
but see,
rookie season how good he was with ball placement down the field. It's like, I
CJ
don't
threw the
know.
ball 24 times yesterday. He was 13 of 24 for 207 yards. I asked y'all in the chat earlier, when was the last time that CJ threw for 300 yards? Nobody answered. The answer is last year versus Buffalo. That's the last time this man has threw for 300 yards.
and I bet you if we didn't know Baker Mayfield stats, we would probably thought that he threw for more than 215 yards. But you know what they did? They converted on 3rd down. So this is the point that I wanted to make, and I'm gonna land this one right here. We can blame CJ, we can blame Nick Caley and everything.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one thing that I'm gonna ask y'all before. This is a got you question. So just know that I got my stats pulled up, and so I already know because I got to ask y'all a question. If you had to grade our defense, what grade are you giving our defense yesterday?
Overall or part by part?
However you want to do it. Like overall points. Like just give me your synopsis of the defense.
I'll give it to you overall B minus because we kept them in check for the most part. I would give the interior a F because you let 2 running backs that are not elite, that are above average at best, run rampant. Now, it seems as if the defensive line, or let's just say the front seven, let's focus on the front seven. It seems as if the front seven just forgot they had a game last night. It seems like the front seven was still in LA from last week. What they call it, jet lag. It's like they was in a different time zone. I've never seen this defensive line not manhandled, but get manhandled, because we so used to seeing them guys up the front create pressure, wreak havoc. Vita Vea manhandled our interior, which is to be expected because he's one of the last of a dying breed when it comes to nose tackles in the NFL. There are not many nose tackles in the NFL that dominate. Like, nobody's taking him out the game. Like, nobody. You can double team him, and it's going to take the double team plus maybe a chip from the fullback or something to either slow him down or to maybe try to push him out the way of the pocket or out the way. Mm-hmm. It's not going to happen. So I'm okay with that. But when it comes to that defense, though, man, we don't have a Vita Vea. We don't. You know, we got, for what it's worth, Tim Settle, Mario Edwards, Fadakasi, Sheldon Rankins. Those guys are very, very serviceable defensive tackles. We don't have a Jalen Carter or a Jordan Davis or Aaron Donald or a Vita Vea. We don't have that on our defensive line. And that's the one
thing. So your grade was a B, right?
Overall, B minus. Overall.
Okay. Nitty. Nitty, what was your grade?
I will say, as a whole, I give them a C plus.
Blackbeard going crazy.
And the reason why is because like Patton said, I'm gonna piggyback. That defensive line, I think Tampa Bay went 30 for 100 and how many yards? I think it was how many yards that was? 167? Something. It was something. But when you running the ball that much, somebody on the radio made a good point about how that, you know, equates to the line, the push of the line, and they was like the defensive tackles were getting pushed back all night, and like you say, Patton, that's unacceptable. We thought that was a strength of the team, so that's definitely unacceptable. That's terrible, actually, when you think about how much we were like, yo, that rotation of that defensive, the defensive tackles, and how you know what I'm saying, you know, signing Fadakasi back. I mean, that's bad news when you're getting Fadakasi pushed back like that. Like that's not a good look.
Let me say this.
Okay. Larry, go ahead.
For what it's worth, the defensive line, or let me just say the defense as a whole, right? I'm okay with them having a game like they had last night, because you can't expect these guys to be perfect and elite year round, even though us as the casual fan, because, you know, we hype our defense so because that defense is our strength of the team. I'm okay with those guys having a bad game here and there. You know, it's football. A game like last night, when you know your defense is lacking, that should be the time where the offense, hey, I got you. Because last week, that defense held that team, kept us in the game the whole game. If the offense would have been able to put up at least a touchdown, we would have won that game last week because the defense showed up. Now, here we go again. You can't go into every game depending on defense or hoping the defense is going to hold each and every team to 14, 17 points, 20 points. Your offense at some point has to go out there and give you something to work with. We haven't seen the worst of it yet. There's going to be a game where the defense is going to be like, we can't stop a nosebleed. And the offense is going to be what it's been, very stagnant. I'll pray, knock on wood, that we never come to that point, but I can already see it coming real soon.
Let me say this, though.
Hold on 1 second. I want to get to my point right quick. This is the only point that I wanted to make to the show, and I want to get Larry.
We got to get Larry's grade, too.
Yeah, what is your grade?
B minus. I'm actually right in line with everything that Patton said. The D line, I mean, the interior D line was awful. The linebacker play was not good either. They were delivering big hits, but they were not wrapping up, and they were penalized quite heavily, as well as Aziz could have changed the trajectory of the game on the opening drive for Tampa when he went out to catch. He did an excellent job of coverage, being in the right place, and
Right.
then he pulled out his oven mitts to try to catch the ball
Mm-hmm.
and knocked it down like he was playing a volleyball or something. Um, and then Henry T could have closed the game out on that last 4th and 10 on the last drive. That is inexcusable for him to miss an assignment like that.
Most definitely.
So my thing is, this was the point of emphasis of what I wanted to make. I'm listening to your grades, and I'm closer to Nitty because I think Nitty said a C plus. Man, this was in D'Amico eyes. This was a D game, and I'm gonna tell you why. They were on the field like it was late into the game, and I remember Troy Aikman was saying, uh, last week Tampa Bay was 51% on third downs, and tonight they're 50%. Now they finished 6 for 14 on third downs, but at the time that Troy Aikman said that, they were 50%. We couldn't get them off the field on third downs, and there was too many big key third down plays that was converted into first downs. And not only that, they was on the field for 37 minutes.
Yep.
I don't see how you can have a defense on the field for 37 minutes and give them a high grade. I know for a fact D'Amico is looking at that like, on these plays, we were supposed to get them off the field. And Larry brought up the To'o. We can look at the Jalen Petrie. Like, there were a lot of close missed plays. And I'm gonna tell you something else too, man. Y'all watch this, man. The one thing that really upsets me about the way that our defense is being called is 2 defensive ends that have incorporated moves, and you are putting them in predictable pass rush situations. The wide 9 is good only for a certain amount of time. Sometimes you just got to shade off the outside shoulder of that tackle, because a wide 9, if I want y'all to go back and look at the game, when you go wide 9 and both of those defensive ends have to come off, they're taking about 4 to 5 steps before they even make contact with the tackles. As a tackle, that is so easy to block. It is easy to block. You had Charlie Heck out there blocking. Sometimes you have to get up on the outside shoulder and come in and jam that guy, make your move, keep your outside containment, and get to the quarterback even quicker. You're being so predictable and you making lanes. Those lanes were created for Baker Mayfield because you have 2 wide defensive ends coming in. Now, I know they had the pressures. I know what PFF is going to say. That's all fine and good. This is just my observation that sometimes you can't be so predictable and line up people wide 9 all the time. And this coming from somebody, and people can say what they want to say. You know, I coached Little League football for over 10 years. And I would coach a wide 9, and I would coach an inside tight that you come in, make contact, kill that man, and get to the quarterback even quicker. Keep your outside containment. But if I got to take 5 steps before I get to that tackle is just going to be right there. And then once he just have to make contact and just kind of hit you 1-2 times, then all you have, the defensive ends, they're doing just bull rushes. You're not going to be able to just bull rush everybody that's a tackle. The Tampa Bay offensive line was weak last night, and we wasted a whole bunch of energy with Will and Daniil by having them in wide 9 the whole entire game.
What do you think about that? What do you think about that play killer where It was a third down, and they seen that
Brandon Funny.
Petrie was lined up on the wide receiver over there, and I seen it. When I seen him go, I was like, hold up, there ain't Petrie on the outside, right? Because Lassiter had bumped to the inside, and I guess that's because that's where the way the play was designed. However it was, Petrie was on the outside. And as soon as that ball was hiked, I looked and I knew Baker Mayfield, because I remember what y'all said last week, right? So instantly I'm looking and I'm like, man, if this dude go Petrie direction, this is about to be crazy. And he did. So it's a thing to where offensive coordinators know that, hey, if we get Petrie out there in a one-on-one situation, we go in Petrie direction. And D'Amico don't know that.
And another thing that I have a problem with D'Amico, that's why I say I can't give him a high B, that only in times of desperation is when you start bringing in the house. You started blitzing CJ. You started blitzing Petrie more. Like, what was this? Like, you're so stubborn to think that your front four is going to bring in all of this pressure. Well, they were gashing the inside, and Patton played on the line. And whenever you are getting run plays between the center and the two guards, and you getting run plays for positive yards, 7 yards, 6 yards, whatever, you are killing the inside. The inside is being weak. So now I have to be able to mash all of that in. I got to make Baker like roll out and do something. Stingley, he did a pretty good job on Mike Evans. Mike Evans got a few catches on him. That's good.
He shut his ass down.
But you made the defense so predictable, and then when it became a desperation situation, then that's when I'm coming with the blitz. But you done play 3.5 quarters. They're expecting you to do this.
They was shit. Todd Bowles was blitzing us all game.
So why D'Amico so stubborn to not want to blitz early? Like, it's like, I'm gonna line up my guys and we just gonna out muscle you and out defend you. Once I saw what Bucky was doing in the first quarter, I'm like, oh, okay, so we got to change something. We gonna have to change something, bro, because they getting past the first line of the defense, and my linebackers are not filling in the holes and the gaps. So now I got to start bringing in more blitz. So look, I can't be scared if Mike Evans and Ibuka is going to beat me. Like, I got to depend on my secondary now. But that's why I can't give D'Amico a higher grade than a D, because he didn't call a very good game. He didn't. I mean, and we did enough to win the game, because before Baker scored that last touchdown, it was the same results that we played against the Rams. 14 points. 14 points, Patton, will win you, 95% of the games?
No,
it's no. well, I'm just saying, on average, it's going to win you.
Is this something with the defensive? No, what you was about to say, Doc?
I have to disagree just slightly there, Cal, because I'm giving the defense a B- because they did not close out the game. But it could have easily been closed out if Henry makes that tackle on 4th and 10.
Yeah,
that would have made the defense of a product. But D'Amico is more conservative when it comes to his scheme. He wants to get there with only rushing 4. He doesn't want to bring the pressure. He actually blitzed about more than he usually does. He was bringing CD, he brought Petrie, he brought even a deep safety blitz on a Bullock a couple of times. But I would just say that he never really blitzes in the first half. He does wait to the end of the game to try to close.
That's a problem. That's a huge problem, because if you're going to give them a B, then that means Tampa Bay defense was an A+, because Tampa Bay did not wait They didn't wait to see what CJ was going to do.
Tampa Bay is playing against a remedial offense, so I would not give them a lot of credit for what they were doing. In fact, their best player, Vita Vea, didn't really make but a couple of plays. My MVP for the Texans, besides Jalen Noel, is Jared Patterson. He did not get tossed out of the club. He played Vita Vea, didn't get hurt, and didn't get embarrassed when it was really right for him to get exposed on Monday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
I think my MVP got to be Ursery. I didn't hear that man name called not one
No, they
time.
say he gave up 0 pressures.
Hey,
I didn't hear his name called not one time.
hey. This for Lackville.
He did good.
This for Lackville. You just said not too long ago that Nick missed on everybody. This for Noah. Shout out to Noah. He was on Twitter having a rant about how Nick missed out on everybody, O-line wise. And I told y'all that this man would be the future. I told y'all, give it a little bit of time. Got tossed to the fire week 1. Week 1 is week 1. What happens is what happens. This man is for real. This man is the real deal. As I go into my studies and my scouting as I normally do, I'm working, man. I'm trying to find us interior offensive linemen, preferably guards, and interior defensive linemen. And a linebacker, too, because I'm kind of ready to get rid of age 0. But that's another conversation for another day.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, man. I did not have. I tried to, like, I gotta speak, like, I guess I always believed and knew that, what I'm saying, Shire was not a premium linebacker.
Preach.
Stopgap, maybe, whatever you want to call that up, but he, even when we signed him, and I know he came from a great defense in San Francisco, but you got to think, though, he was not the middle linebacker.
He was outside linebacker.
And even when he got to
you say he was either the wheel. I think he was a wheelbacker in San Francisco.
Yeah,
he was weak side. He was weak side linebacker.
And sometimes when he was up, he
was the Henry To'o of San Francisco.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
Greenlaw.
And look, I don't think he played middle in Tennessee, did he?
Yeah, he played middle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he played middle in Tennessee. Yeah.
But either way, him coming here, I didn't have just I was like, okay, good. When you look at who we had before him, the guy that we got that played for the Raiders, or was it the Chargers? Yeah, he played for the Chargers.
Chargers and the Raiders.
Yeah, Denzel Perryman. Coming from a step up from that to him, that's a step up. It's not a great step up, but it's a step up. But man, bro, when I remember earlier in the off season, I don't know what show it was, but I was talking about the Roquan Smiths, the Fred Warners of the league, and you just don't like. And I'm not saying Shire is trash by no means.
Nah,
but he's not in that. If you had to put like tiers, he would fall in the second and probably even maybe the third tier. But
I tell you what it is with Shire. He need to cut that goddamn boot up the back of his head. He got a Dallas hairstyle. They call it the boot. He need to cut that shit off.
Oh, he got a shag.
Whatever the fuck it's called. He need to cut that shit off.
Yeah, but so look, I'm gonna say this. When he went out the game for a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. And even though that play resulted in, you know what I'm saying, a face mask, which Baker Mayfield snitched out. He was like, "You grabbing this mask, you grabbing this mask." But anyway, that play, like Christian Harris seemed like in that position was actually doing better. Am I right? Did y'all notice that?
Yeah, of course.
Christian Harris was on the play. He was on the field doing that particular play that you're talking about.
Oh no, I'm talking about, was Shair on the field?
When
Yeah,
Shire
they
was
were
on the
running
field,
four. They were
Christian
running
Harris is on the
big
play.
4-3.
No, I know it
Yeah.
was Christian Harrison made the play, but I'm saying, was Shair on the field when that happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, Shire was on the field.
So he
Yeah.
was back in this position then. Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
Christian Harrison came in right as he went to the sideline. So who played in the middle?
I think Shire. Yeah, Shire was in the middle. I think.
No, listen. I'm saying when Shair got hurt and the defense came out on the field, right? Remember when Shair got hurt?
Right.
How many
He
plays
took
did
the
he
heel
miss?
to the face.
How many plays did he miss?
I can't remember how many plays he missed, but I think that they went back to the 4-2-5.
Yeah.
Because I thought Petrie was out for the game.
Yeah, but see, look, I know I heard the announcer say Christian Harrison was coming right out on the field. Soon as Shair got took off the field, Christian Harrison was coming on the field, is what I'm trying to say.
No, you're correct. But Henry went to the green dot.
Oh, he went to the middle. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and see, the thing about D'Amico is D'Amico have these guys that, like him and Jimmy Ward. See, Jimmy Ward haven't been cut, and as much as people fluctuate about Agent Zero, is these guys are D'Amico's
guys.
Yeah.
Those are his guys.
Yeah, every coach bring their guys.
Those are his guys. So they're like coaches on the field for D'Amico. But my thing is this, man. I said this earlier before the season even started. D'Amico have not gotten his defensive tackles. He pretty much like, okay, they built everything around that whole entire defense, whatever the offense, because Caserio clearly wanted to build that offensive line. And he spent so much resources on that. D'Amico have not gotten his defensive tackles the way he wants, because D'Amico only want to run a furious front four. So when you look at teams like the New York Giants, and you look at the resources that they spent, and you look at the Philadelphia Eagles, the resources that they spent, those are high draft picks. Our defensive tackles are pretty much guys that have been journeymen. D'Amico makes them work because of the scheme and whatever, but these are not his guys. So I'm telling you, in free agency, you're going to see some guys. I don't know if it's going to be Jordan Davis. I don't know if you're going to go deep off into the draft, early draft picks moving up. D'Amico has to get guys that can be in the middle and spark like tree stumps that you can't move them. And so he wants to run 4 across the front and let his back 7 do their thing. And so Aziz, Toto, and all these other guys, they can do their thing, but if the front 2, the nose guard, the D tackles, however you align them, if they're not doing their primary, stopping these guys, 30 carries for 169 yards, you're going to lose every freaking game. You're going to lose every game, bro.
Yeah.
So D'Amico don't have who he wants.
Because what it's looking like by what you're saying, Killer, as I'm picturing the defense and listening to what you're saying, that's the weakest part of our defense. If our defense had a weakness, right, it would be straight up the middle.
Petrie in the slot.
And Petrie in the slot. But straight up the middle, because if you look at it, right, our linebackers, like, as much as we want to believe, you know what I'm saying, we talk about the secondary, and we talk about the defensive ends, but how many of y'all have any, outside of Christian Harris, how many of y'all have any faith in the coverage skills of our linebackers?
I don't even have faith in Christian Harris.
Yeah, see, that's not the. If you ask me what grade I would give or what I would rate him on a scale of 1 to 100, let's do a Madden rating. If it came to his cover skill, man to man, I would say Christian Harris is probably about a 60, probably something like that. I would say that in the zone, he'd probably be a little bit better, probably at about 69, 70, something like that. But
Christian Harris is our best coverage linebacker.
and
Now, if
that ain't
Christian
good.
Harris give me 8 healthy games in a row, then I'll say he is 80 pass coverage. But dude ain't playing enough consistently enough.
Yeah, he got you're right. He need to get some reps. He needs some real live reps, and I don't know, like he gonna get them live. I know that he gonna get them during the game, but I know
got a
one thing:
solution.
our linebackers, whenever we can't get a pass rush, most of the time we getting hit down the middle. Pause. When we getting ran on this year, by this year standards, we getting ran up the middle. So our that's where our weakness is. Like we good on the outsides, but if teams attack us like Tampa Bay did last night, then yeah, we in trouble, because if we were able to
got a
come out and
solution,
score
man.
like that, man, they and give props to Todd Bowles, man, but
What's your solution, man? Because I got a point that I want to make too. Go ahead, man.
It's a guy out there right now. You might not like him. You might think funny of him. But there's a defensive tackle out there right now that can potentially help us.
Wilkins.
Yep. Christian Wilkins.
man,
Surprisingly, nobody has picked him up.
But he's not healthy. He was in a rehab situation anyway.
True.
But you're right. Nobody has worked him out or even been talking
I don't know if
about
nobody want to work that boy out, man. Work him
But
out.
but I think last night, I think Togiai could have made
oh man, he would have made a big difference.
He would have made a big difference. And I think that when who was number 92 when he got the hands to the face?
Dylan Horton.
I think he was having a pretty solid game.
Was
and
Settle out there?
He was, but he wasn't. He was, but he wasn't. You know.
Man, was out there settling.
That's unbelievable, and especially being that they had injuries on their O line where they guard had to shift out to tackle. So then you got somebody else playing guard, and man.
Well, you know what, Nitty, when Tampa Bay looked at our defensive front, they said that, okay, if Fadakasi is going to stop us, then that's what he's going to do. But we're going to run right in between. And see, here's the thing. When you have a Bucky Irving that's so confident that he's going to run in between the center and the guard, and when we played high school ball, that was something that we used to do. We used to call inside huddle. Inside huddle was a coach would have a center and 2 guards, and he would have 2 defensive tackles and 2 linebackers. And that running back had to run right off the guards, right up the gut. You're not running off the tackle. So you're not running behind, Ursary, like I'm put it back to where we at. You're not running behind Ursary or running behind Titus Howard. You're running right up the gut. When Tampa Bay figured out that they can run straight up the middle, that game-winning touchdown, what was it ran? Right up the gut, because they did not fear what the Texans was putting on the field. So that weakness that they showed, like last year when we played against Minnesota, and Minnesota showed that you can do stunts with the linebackers, and when I forgot the defense coordinator, but the black guy. When you can run stunts against the Texans, the rest of the year they did the same thing. So when you playing against Jacksonville, which got a damn good running back, when you playing against Indianapolis, guess where they're gonna run at? Up the middle. They're not finna run outside. They're not finna run outside the tackles. They're running straight up the gut because they don't believe that the Texans can stop anybody.
Yeah, and that's absolutely correct. That's the way an offensive coordinator looked at their defense, man. And this is a defense that we said was gonna be lights out. Like, what were we thinking? Like,
But you know what? They done enough to, like, 20 points and 14 points. You done enough to be 2-0.
Hey, if they playing,
they got to start taking
if they
risks.
are playing Herbert or Geno or Bo Nix, it's a different outcome. They are playing some pretty good quarterbacks. Baker is a competitor, and we all know Matthew Stafford is damn near a GOAT.
Man, that just sound crazy when y'all say that, right? Because I understand, like, you're right. They playing some good quarterbacks, and they lost. So, yeah, we can beat the Bo Nix. We can, and y'all cool with that?
We're going to beat the shit out of Daniel Jones.
Y'all cool with that, though? Like, I want to beat the good quarterbacks.
You know what?
This is what
you know what? You know why I'm not. You know why I'm not cool.
Quarterbacks. I don't want.
You know why? You know why I'm not cool with that?
We can't beat them with 9 points, Nitty.
Yeah, you know why I'm not cool with that? Because Jacksonville coach comes from the Charles McVay system. He was the offensive coordinator with Tampa Bay. So when D'Amico did his press conference today, he was like, and I think maybe Sarge, shout out to Sarge. Sarge asked some very great questions. But D'Amico said, you know, preparing for Jacksonville, like we've been preparing for this offense for the last 2 weeks, because the last 2 weeks is pretty much the same system. So they're going to be facing an offensive coordinator that comes out of the Tampa Bay system that does the same thing. You know, so that's something to look at. Right, come from McVay. So you play Sean McVay, the head of the system, and then you played against Tampa Bay last night, which does the same derivatives of Tom McVay, and now you finna play against Jacksonville, which is the same system. And so they looked at that and they were like, okay, well, this is what we got to do to win the game, bro.
Right.
So at the end of the day,
who else running our system?
Who else is running what?
Who else running our system? The system that the Texans run right now. Who else running that shit?
I mean, we supposed to be running the Sean McVay system, but we running a Sean McVay Tampa Bay supposed to be his system, but it's not working.
Who else running this? Who else running this remedial shit we running?
Hey, no, for real. Huh? Hey, no. This Nick Caleb was supposed to be some kind of impresario, bro. Like, what the hell? Bro, what the hell are we doing, bro? Like, and this is why I really hate this, man, for real. Man, I told you I got a lot of love for D'Amico Ryans, man. I seen what the blood that he shed for us on the field when he was a player. And now he's a coach. And I like I said, I wanted him to be 20 years still here, the Texans coach, but making some of the decisions that he making, because I seen other coaches do this. He making those decisions, y'all, and I hate to say it, it's the ones that on the hot seat, man. Yep. They put you on the hot seat, bro, because it's the people who you picking to be your coaches. It's like this, like coming off of Bobby Slowick, right? And all the shots that the players been shooting all through all the off season and stuff like that, all of the little under the table little comments that they've been making, man, ain't no way in the world that you really were supposed to go with a first time play caller unless you just knew this guy was the next genius in the NFL.
Well, you know what? Well, you know what? To argue
to a first time play caller to another first time play caller. The only time you do that is when this is some kind of genius.
To argue that point, Tampa Bay offensive coordinator is a first time play caller.
And you see what he was doing?
Yeah, but with less experience than Nick Caley. So that's why I don't buy into the first time play because everybody has to be a first time play caller once upon a time. You could be pass game coordinator and all this other stuff, but you have to eventually evolve into that role. So my point is when I watched Tampa Bay offense last night, it looks like that they knew that when I called this play, the next play is set up from the play that I called
And
previous.
I seen the same thing, Killer.
Now
Same.
check this out. Now I'm looking at the stats. And so you have the receiving stats. When we look at Woody Marks, one catch for 37 yards, Nick Chubb, two for 29. Nitty, you just said about 25, 30, 35 minutes ago. Why did you go again? Why did you go away from that? It was obvious that the running backs in the flats was something that you could have built on.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you go against that? Because Nick Caley seemed like that, okay, I got these plays and I got to run these specific plays instead of getting into the motion of the game. Like Woody Marks got 37 yards. I don't care if his next catch was like 5 yards. Like that's going to make the defense and the linebackers and the safety. The safeties have to come down. The linebackers have to shift over when Woody Marks is in the game.
And
But
now
you take him out and you take him out and you put in Dare. Dare should never see the field on any offensive snap.
when you got a healthy Woody Marks, as good as that's why I said for real, Sunday, being that this dude can pass protect too, man, we should not see Dare on that field, bro. If we see Dare on that field, bro.
Bro, and why my guy? Y'all know who my guy is. My guy is British Brooks.
Yeah.
Second down at the 1 yard line. Why are you not pounding the ball with two guys? Nick Chubb have clearly have like he's a half step slow. I could see that.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe he can get like build up and like get his momentum going. You got British Brooks on the active roster with Yaakov.
Cal.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bridge too far. This dude
How's
he ain't had a meaningful carry in his career.
So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Larry. So what meaningful carry that Nick Chubb, I mean not Nick Chubb, Woody Marks had? Because Woody Marks got the ball.
He played last week.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is British Brooks made the 53-man roster last week. You're telling me that a guy that's 5'11", 225, you don't believe with the fullback that you had active, that has been inactive the last game. Now you got these two guys active, and you telling me I can't get 36 inches from these three guys.
Yeah, even if you'd have ran it 3 times, you eventually.
Bro, man, if we would have ran it 3 times and would have got stopped, I don't have nothing to say.
What I'm saying is that this is an offense that if you can't execute with your first string running back, you damn sure better not put in your 5th string running back.
How's he the 5th string when he was like Dory? Like, okay, so you're gonna tell me as a power back at the 1 yard line, and I had to tell you who was active. You had Dory, you had British Brooks, and you had Nick Chubb.
Hey, Doc, he's active for a reason. He active for a reason. If they
he's active for special teams.
No, he's not active for a special team because I can get somebody else to play special teams. But they made Damian inactive. And so when you make a fullback and 2 power backs active, you're telling me that you want to run the ball. You know that Tampa Bay is going to be stumped up the middle. They're going to do this. So we're going to get physical with you just like we're going to get physical with you. And you didn't do that.
Yep. We agree to disagree. I don't want British Brooks touching the ball.
Well, okay, I get what Cal's saying about why not run it with Woody then. I know you ain't got a problem with that.
I would be fine with Woody running the ball. I was fine with Nick Chubb being stopped, but run it to him again. Give him 2 more carries. Quarterback
Larry,
sneak if you got to,
Larry,
but
why are we
don't come
running?
up with a don't
Why are
come up
we
with a double
running?
move.
Why are we running shotgun with Nick Chubb on a sweep
Exactly.
play?
Exactly.
When you have a full like me, let me tell you something, man. When I coach Little League football, I keep going back to Little League football. And we was getting inside the 5, getting inside the 1. We would call the play from the sideline. Hey, 34 dive. That's 3 back to the 4 hole. We run it to the right side. And we'll tell our linemen, hey, point out the guys that you want to block. Everybody know what you got to do. So it's nut check time.
Well, that's where
So
I agree with you, Cal. It should
mhm.
be more simplified at the goal line. Nick Caley tried to get cute on the goal line, on the 1 yard line. He ran a very nice play. He lined up Nico in the slot, ran a nice little slant to the goal line. He just didn't get in. They on the 1 yard line. But he lost me with a double move at the 1 yard line. And then they did a play action later on in the game with just 2 people in the route. They both were doubled. And then CJ had to scramble out. And maybe he got out of bounds or he threw it away. But it was just ridiculous, some of the plays that they called
Right.
that
And
were called.
let me tell you something else that Troy Aikman said, and it's coming from a Hall of Fame quarterback who played with Michael Irvin and the rest of those guys. That route that uh uh number
Nico.
12, Nico ran a bad route. And he pointed it out. He said, Nico, if you go back and look at that route, bro, he said Nico rounded out that slant. If he just would have just planted his foot and went straight to the slant, that would have been a touchdown. Nico didn't run a good route right there. And so these are the things that you just have to look at and just be like, man, and when they say football is a game of inches, those are the game of inches that you're talking about because he didn't run a crisp slant. It allowed the defender to make the tackle, at the 1 yard line. And then the last thing that I want to say is
Excellent point.
I was live time talking to one of my friends. He's a Cowboy fan. We've been friends for like 30 years. He told me live time, and it was 12 minutes on the clock. He said, man, what are y'all doing? Y'all have not been moving the ball. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not kick the field goal? And when you go back
Great
and look at
defense.
it, when you go back and look at it, if we would have kicked that field goal, and I know hindsight is 2020. We all can say that, but I can show you the text. He was like, you kick the field goal and you make them go down and have to score 7. And we didn't do that. We went for it, and the play calling was atrocious.
Yeah, that was probably the worst 3rd and 4th down from the 1 yard line I've seen since Bill O'Brien was the coach. That was
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it was.
Ridiculous. Trying to be too smart, man.
It
Yeah.
was. It was. It was.
Quarterback, I don't like to put my quarterback on the line like that, but quarterback sneak a couple of times, and even if he got to take one step back and go over behind Titus to get away from Vita Vea, got to do something, man. That
Right.
was bad.
Yep. I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
That's ridiculous, man. I know that we are up at
Oh, one more
what is it,
thing
an
before
hour
we
and
move on, man.
39 minutes. I mean, if it's anything that y'all want to bring before we get ready to
One
close out
more,
show.
as we talk about the ridiculousness of this offense. My guy, our head coach, D'Amico Ryan, takes blame as well. He been watching this. He been watching this remedial ass offense all off season, all training camp, and he's still trying to be positive and encouraging when they can't move the ball, when they can't execute, when He said they ran the double move play in practice all week, successful. Why didn't he just stop practice right there and say, what are we doing here, guys? Why are we running some bullshit on the goal line?
Mm-hmm.
Let's
This is
do the
when you
simple
stud up. This is when
Let's
you
do the simple stuff exceptionally
Right.
well. And then let's
Yeah.
move on to something more exotic.
Yeah.
That's why these plays work. Like that's why these formations work. You can't be too smart, man. You can't be like, I'm gonna reinvent the wheel. I'm gonna be the next Bill Walsh. No, man, do what Bill Walsh was doing.
Hmm.
It's a reason why it worked. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I just don't understand, man. But I know one thing, right? And this is what we look for. Even though we'll be here Friday, y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, man. One thing for sure is that we're gonna find out Sunday is if this team is serious this year. I think if they lose against the Jags, I want to hear the excuses then. I want to hear what people are going to say then if we lose to the Jags, because I think clearly we have to become one of those teams, and I hate to say it, Lord have mercy. Man, we might end up being one of those teams that have to fire the OC right in the middle of the season. Like, if we end up being somewhere like 0-5, 0-6, or even 1-5, I think by week 6 we might be seeing the end of this situation. If D'Amico, the coach that I think he is, he cannot settle for this. And it's going to be bad if we got to switch that in the middle of the season, because I don't know what offensive coordinator or who would be the interim offensive coordinator, but man, them boys need a shot in the arm, man. Something. Kaylee need to reevaluate himself, man, and really use this team to the best of what they can do, man. And if we got shortcomings, he should know it before anybody. And you scheme around it, man. You got a great quarterback. At least we believe you have a great quarterback in CJ. Just put it on CJ. That's all I'm saying. Call the
I agree
plays
with
right,
that.
and if it fails, put it on CJ. Let it be. Look, hey, he did. Hey, that's him out there. I'm at least putting him in position to succeed. That's what you got to do, man. Don't make the Bobby Slowick mistake and think that, hey, I'm gonna just run what I think is gonna work, because what we were told is that this offense was gonna be crafted to the players. That's what Kaylee was saying all off season. Had us all excited. It's not
Right.
looking like that right now.
Right.
Dare and Justin Watson.
That's
Should
ridiculous.
not be on
Man.
my goddamn team.
That shit hurt, man. Every time I see that boy out there, I be like, damn, like, what are they thinking? I try to at least put myself in their mind frame. Like, what they think, what Watson didn't play, he didn't play in a few Super Bowls or what? Man, hell no. put anytime he's on the field, bro, it should be either Noel or somebody else taking that spot. Like, we'll see though. We'll see Sunday, man. Is there anything, bro, y'all bros want to bring?
Yeah, Nitty, to answer your earlier question, I'm watching when Aziz got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Henry did move to the mic. Christian Harris came in, and they were in their base 42.
Oh, okay.
Nickel defense, Petrie on the field.
It seemed like Christian was making plays instantly as soon as he got on the field.
I think all of our linebackers, all of our defenders play too high. They always trying to tackle up around the headgear and instead of going for the hips.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one thing that D'Amico said in his press conference is somebody asked him a question about
Christian Harris didn't make a good play.
the many missed tackles, and D'Amico said something that I had said in live time, that the NFL have, like I said that the NFL, the way that they legislate hitting, that guys are not wrapping up because back in the day when we played football, Patton, it was wrap up and you leave with your helmet. And so whatever happens after that, it happens. Like I have to lead, wrap up, and grab. And when we saw one play that I think Toto made tried to make a tackle and he just bumped him with the shoulder. D'Amico said in his press conference that we are not doing the fundamentals of hitting and wrapping up. I was so encouraged to hear that because I thought that because guys now they leave with their shoulder because they don't want the 15-yard penalty. But they are teaching these guys to wrap up. And so that shoulder tackle shit that we see all the time, that's not something that is coached. D'Amico said that in the press conference today. And I'm gonna end it with this. There's not enough reps for Noel and Higgins. They need more time. CJ needs to be just a game manager. If CJ just would have managed the game, and I know Patton can really understand this one. I know that Michigan, Ohio State. If Bro would have just managed the game and just made the simple throws that he was supposed to, we win this game and we win last week's game. And the last thing that I want to say is Dare should not touch the field on any third down. That dude, like, it was one play that Dare was third down, and Dare, he is the protection for CJ. And he took the outside man and the inside man came untouched. I think a quarter before that, the same thing happened, and we saw Woody Marks go to the outside, put his head on a swivel, and make the block. Come on, bro. That's a rookie. That's a rookie from a 9-year vet. That tells me right then that I don't need Dare in third downs.
No, that's what I'm saying, man. We don't need them. No, this should be Woody Marks because there's no excuse now, especially with the pass blocking.
None.
Is the thing. They'll be like, no, Dare is a better pass blocker. No, hell no. Woody Marks would be as a rookie. Y'all got Higgins out there. Put Woody out there more.
You know what I just thought about? We've been talking a lot about the Patriots, and it is about personnel. But just imagine if the Patriots were playing Heath Evans instead of James White.
Yep. That's what it's like.
That's the kind of BS we got going on here.
Right. Yeah.
Yep, man.
Yep.
So maybe they have learned their lesson. Woody did get a definitely uptick this week in carries and responsibility. He should be the designated number 2 on his way to be the number 1 back.
Man, I sure hope so, man, because he be getting a lot of props. Everybody all over the Texas community been talking about how good, he looks when he does get the ball. That one time in the game, that's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, hot take. He looked better than Chubb.
Oh, yeah.
He did. I mean, when you look at Woody Marks was 3 for 14. That's 4.7. If I can get 4.7, that's all I need, bro.
I will say this though, when they let Chubb score on that last play down there, he looked good running down the field. That almost gave me a glimpse of the old Chubb, man. I was like, hold up, man. That's how he used to be, running down that field. But anyway, man, we appreciate y'all sticking with us, man, for a whole hour and 49 minutes, man. Y'all kept it real. Stuck with us, pause. Y'all make sure that y'all like, share, and subscribe. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitter, man, give us a follow. We do this every Tuesday, every Friday, and man, we make it do what it do. Oh yeah, it's 7 o'clock, man. So y'all make sure y'all here in the building. And man, I'm disappointed, but live to fight another day, and we'll see what goes down Sunday, man. Before we get out of here, though, man, y'all know I have to give a shout out to the bull ring, man. Everybody in the bull ring, man, we appreciate y'all, man. I know we was going off tonight, but y'all was conversating with each other, man. Y'all kept each other company, and y'all know we normally do a little bit more interacting than what we did, but man, it's been crazy. But we'll make sure to get y'all Friday, man. Y'all make sure y'all tune in. But I'm gonna give y'all a shout out, man, because it's due.
For sure.
Let me see. Where my applause at? Okay, boom. Let me see. We up here at the top, man. We want to give a shout out, man, to Space Age, man. Space Age. We appreciate you, my guy, man. We got Brandon in the building. We appreciate you. Jay Coop, man. We appreciate you, man, for tuning in, man. Did I say Brandon? Yeah.
Said Brandon.
Oh,
you
okay.
got Mellow Mike. You got Mellow Mike in the house.
We got Mellow Mike in the house, man. The Bull Bash, man. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and check out this page too, man. We appreciate you, Mellow Mike. I was chopping it up with Mellow Mike in the email earlier today.
You got G Gamer, Texan fan. G Gamer.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hold on. I ain't got that far yet. Hold on. Did I pass that up? No, I ain't got that far yet. Hold on. Hold on. T Jones, man. We want to give a shout out, man, to T Jones, man, representing the South Side.
T Jones, North side, Razor Reed, North side.
Shout out to Patton, man. He's in that bull ring too, man. You know what I'm saying? Blackville 89, man. Appreciate you, man. G Gamer, Texans fan. Appreciate you. Let's see who else we got on here, man. Let me make sure I don't press the wrong button. Oh, Dr. Larry Payton was in the bull ring, even though he's on the panel with us. Ninja Cow, man. Appreciate you all the time, man. That's our Cleveland cousin right there, man. We got we share a lot of history together, man, when it comes to that football, man. They done bailed us out of a lot of stuff, man. So, you know, y'all always invited to the barbecue. Let me see. I'm scrolling, y'all. I'm trying to make sure.
I see Tay.
Sanctuary
was in there.
Yeah,
Tay was in there.
Hold on. Sanctuary TV 20. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Now, yeah, Tay was in there. Appreciate you. Okay, and who else? Scrolling down, y'all. Bear with me. Hold on, it looked like I might have got it.
LSC. Yeah, I think it's everybody.
I think. Oh no, DQ, man.
DQ. Okay,
yeah, man,
shout out to DQ,
man. Hey, y'all already know how we do it, man. It is the Texans on 3, man, and y'all know, man. More than likely, we're gonna always have Doc in the building with us too, man. You know what I'm saying? And we appreciate you, Doc, man, and your time.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Hey, and y'all make sure, man, y'all tune in Friday, man, 7:00. We'll see y'all, man. It's the Texans on 3. Y'all know how we get down.
Salute.
Peace.